Good morning. I arrived in Pula last night about 5:30. Made it to my hostel around 6:30. Sunset was 7. So pretty much my day was finished, and woke up this morning in the hostel, decided to be lazy. I had breakfast in the hostel, which consisted of coffee and breakfast cereal, like flakes with sugar on it. I don't know why. When I grew up, I had this kind of cereal every morning. Breakfast cereal coated with sugar, with milk, and you add sugar to that. I guess as an adult, I now have a big aversion to breakfast cereals like this, the sugar-coated, manufactured kind of breakfast. I'm not sure exactly why that is. Anyway, so I finished my breakfast and I'm headed across Pula to check out the downtown area. There's two interesting things that I want to see. One is the Roman Arch, and the other is the Roman Arena. This is the 6th largest arena, Roman arena in Europe. So I want to go in and check that out. Should be a great day. Over here behind me is the first place I wanted to come check out in Pula. It is the Roman Archway. I'm not sure exactly when this was built. I know the arena was built around 30 AD. Guessing the arch probably was constructed about that same time period. But it really is picturesque and sort of beautiful, and it frames the entryway into this sort of shopping pedestrian zone that is the walkway between here and the harbor area where they have the big cranes that operate. I should probably confess that last night I came here briefly for about a half an hour to check out the area. And it looks like they've got some kids on a tour today, which is pretty awesome. I got to do little tours like this when I was about that same age, but of course that was in the United States. Plaza area, at least one of the main plazas, and behind me is an old Roman structure. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but it has the nice columns and the typical like Greek Roman type rooftop on it. I love structures like this. It's just absolutely beautiful and old. We don't have this kind of stuff in the United States, at least not this age. It's just a beautiful plaza here. Very nice structure back here. It looks like a bell tower next to an old church, and off in the distance you can see the actual harbor, the bay area. It's quite beautiful. Several places so far in the old town area of Pula where you have steps going up the hillside, these little alleyways. It's just picturesque, really just amazing. I think this is just fabulous. I don't really see this in the United States, and I just totally get excited when I see little things like this. It's just fascinating to me. The arena, it's behind me over here. I'm going to go across and buy a ticket. I think they're 50 kuna, which turns out to be about $7, $8, something like that. It's not a bad deal. I actually never went to the arena in Rome just because the cost was a little bit higher, and bigger than the cost was the 2-hour wait to get in. I just didn't want to wait for 2 hours in a long line to get into the amphitheater, so I never did it. I've been to Rome twice, never went into the amphitheater, went to the outside, just never inside. So today will be my first time to actually enter into the amphitheater. I understand this amphitheater, this arena, was used for gladiator type purposes and built around 30 AD. But this is the 6th largest amphitheater that's still in existence, Roman amphitheater, and holds about 25,000 people. I guess the one in Rome holds about 50,000. Did a little bit of research this morning just before coming here. I was just curious how it compared. But it's really a nice structure and remarkable repair. Certainly no expert on amphitheaters or arenas or gladiators. I've just read a few books here and there and seen a few movies. But my understanding is that these structures on the base floor around the perimeter, around the arena, were primarily used for keeping animals that were to combat the gladiators, as well as the men before they were basically taken out into the arena to compete. So you can still see some of the walls and the original structure from that. It's absolutely fascinating, particularly if you think about things like the ancient world and their obsession with gladiators and fighting animals or fighting other men to the death, versus today the obsession with men with sports, contact sports like American football, traditional European football, or rugby, where you have extreme heavy combat and statistics and favored competitors, and how that obsession has translated from AD 100 to today's environment. I think I'm about done here. This is the exit. I'm going to head out, get some lunch, head back to the hostel. Nap in the hostel, gonna go try to find a beach. Just got off my bus and I'm headed down. I can see a beach in front of me. Well, I can see the water anyway. Gotta go find a beach. I found a local wash closet and changed into a swimsuit. My legs are so white, it's scary. It's like a zombie or like a vampire. It's pretty crazy, and all these people look really, really tan. So, also the ground here is like rocks, like pebbles. So this will be an interesting, fun experience, a little bit different. I just went to a dermatologist about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and in Brasov, and this doctor told me stay out of the sun and don't go in the sun. My skin is far too white. You can probably see how white I am here. It is absolutely beautiful here. Blue-green waters, rocky shore, which is quite beautiful, quite stunning, and really, really interesting. Croatia is really an amazing place. Back to my hostel after a nice day at the beach. It's been a busy day. Managed to go down to the arch, see the old city, wander around, go to the amphitheater arena area, check that out. That was spectacular. Had a nap and went out and saw a beach in Croatia. Can't ask for a much better day than that. I think that's all I have for this episode. Please remember, savor the moment, be happy, and pursue your passions. See you next episode.